Hey Bayek, it's me, and in today's video, I'm continuing my look at classic Doctor Who, the third and the fourth Doctors. Many consider the golden era of Doctor Who. And this is The Three Doctors from 1972 to 73. Was transmitted on the 30th of December 1972 through to the 20th of January 1973. It was the first story of the 10th season. Now, the previous story we had was the Time Monster, the finale of the 9th season. The next story after this is Carnival of Monsters, which is another great story. So, in this 10th anniversary year, they decided to do this special story. And they were able to get William Hartnell, who was not very well, and therefore his appearances in this are quite limited. They had to record it separate. They had special cue cards up with the lines. But it does actually work well, though he's not very well clearly, but it's a nice tribute in many ways to see him in this story, but he couldn't physically, no way have done any more than this. But I think it's a great tribute that they got him. Now, this is written by Bob Baker and Dave Martin. They'd previously done The Claws of Axis, 1971, and The Mutants, 1972. They went on to do more Doctor Who after this one. They did the Sontan Experiment, 1975, which is a fourth Doctor. They did The Hand of Fear, which was 1976, and that was Sarah Jane's farewell story. They did The Invisible Enemy, 1977, fourth Doctor story. They did The Underworld, 1978, and The Armageddon Factor, 1979. Now, this was directed by Lenny Mayne. He directed The Curse of Peladon from 1972, and he was to direct The Monster of Peladon, follow-up story, 1974, which is in 6 episodes. And also, he did The Hand of Fear from 1976. So, there we are. He was an Australian director, and from what I'm saying, they thought he did a really good job on this. Yeah. Now, script editor, of course, was Terrance Dicks, and he did play quite a major part, you can see, in the script. Particularly, what had to be done with William Hartnell's involvement on a very much limited basis. And it's produced, of course, by Barry Letts, who certainly had the idea that they would do something very special, and the discussion with Terrance Dicks led them to commission these two to do the script, and hopefully making it a really good anniversary celebration, and which has become quite a tradition from this over the years. Now, let's look at the cast. We've got Jon Pertwee playing the third Doctor. Then we've got Patrick Troughton playing the second Doctor. And then we've got William Hartnell playing the first Doctor. We've got Nicholas Courtney playing the Brigadier. We've got Katie Manning, of course, playing Jo. We've got John Levine playing Sergeant Benton. So they're the regular unit characters we've got, as well, of course, Jo, wonderful Jo. I think this one again, she's really good in it. She's just Jo, and a relationship with John Pertwee is just great. They were good friends anyhow, Katie Manning and John Pertwee, and you can see that in the relationship with the Third Doctor. It's wonderful stuff. Now, Stephen Thorne plays Omega, and he'd previously been in the Daemons, 1971, who played Azel. Then we've got Frontier in Space, 1973, where he'd play an Ogron. And also he was in The Hand of Fear. This story keeps popping up, doesn't it, a lot? 1976, where he played Eldrad. But the important thing about him is he was very much on the radio as an actor, and it's the voice. Omega, wow, you need the voice, like you get with Sutek. Yeah, in a voice, a powerful voice is needed, and we get Omega. Yes, wonderful villain, wonderful creation, fantastic. Then we have got Rex Robinson, who plays Dr. Tyler, and he was in The Monster of Peladon, 1974. He was in The Hand of Fear. You're getting a pattern here, aren't you? Often directors choose their actors that they like. So that's The Hand of Fear, 1976. Interestingly, the one feature film that he is involved in was Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, 1987, which is not very highly thought of in the 4 Superman films. But yeah, he has that honour of being in that film. Let me just also mention before I go into the story, the locations, as we talked so much about the locations, and they used a familiar place. It's, of course, all around Denham in Buckinghamshire. We get the Springwell Lock, and we get Denham Manor, and then we get all the sort of just areas around that look like the pit, the clay pit, that we always had, that look like alien planets. All that is all around that area. So, ideal place. It's just perfect for Doctor Who to use. Denham in Buckinghamshire. So if you're ever in Buckinghamshire and you go and you pass through Denham, just stop off and have a look, because there it is. It's where a lot of Doctor Who in this period was filmed. I'm sure there is quite a few tourists who actually go there. Yes. So, what is this story about? What did they decide to do? Well, the Time Lords, of course, are in this, and it's good to see the Time Lords again. We've only had more glimpses, and we like the mythology about the Time Lords, but here we get again another look at them. Well, they basically are seeking help from the Doctors. They interfere kind of into the time streams, because they can see that a black hole is draining the antimatter, and it's threatening the universe. It sounds like I know what I'm on about, doesn't it? Yes, it's whatever. Oh, you get the idea. There's a threat to the universe, and let's call in the Doctor. So that's what they do. But they think he needs a bit of help, because it's one of those jobs, it needs help. So they bring in the second Doctor and the first Doctor. unfortunately, the first Doctor kind of gets stuck a bit, so he can't be physically with the other two, but he's there as a help and keeps them under control, of course. So as the Doctors try and find out what's going on, we get all the unit headquarters and the attacks from these blobby things. Yes, these blobby things. But it all comes down to the fact that Omega, who is like they all are, disgruntled Time Lords, who, in fact, in Time Lord history, was the creator of the experiments that allowed them to have time travel. But he's not very pleased. He's not a happy chap because he's been stuck there in this antimatter universe, and he wants to get out of it. If not, well, destroy everybody. Oh, it's the usual thing. The villains, you can't beat a good villain, and Omega is a great villain. Absolutely wonderful. Now, I know those blobby things do look a bit funny, and I think that's one of the great things that they just pop up. But it's Doctor Who. Come on, people are a bit fussy, aren't they? Say, oh, that, but I think people, just accept it, just get into it, and it's a lot more fun than some of the stuff they're doing nowadays, isn't it? Blooming heck. Oh, this is great stuff. This is classic Doctor Who. And it's a great tribute to Doctor Who. It's a wonderful tribute, this story. Fantastic. And of course, we're going to get the 5 Doctors in the Peter Davison era as the 5th Doctor. So it's good to see him back. But the relationship between the 2nd and 3rd Doctor is written so beautifully. Them bickering away. There's a lot of humour there, and it just works so well. It's a love letter to Doctor Who in many ways. Just watching them two, and Patrick Troughton, he's so good, isn't he? Always good. And of course, John Pertwee is in his element. He's good, brilliant. It just works. That's why it's a well-loved story, this. And it's worthy of being the 10th anniversary story. Yeah. They don't make him like this anymore. They don't, do they? No. Not after all that 60th awful stuff we've just had. Oh, dear. But this is great. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely love it. Who could not love this? Now, it received a VHS release in 1991 and also in 2002, very late on in a W.H. Smith's box set. Because the DVD, the first one, came out in 2003, and I remember getting it. Wow, excitement, seeing it. Proper Doctor Who, great quality as well. Oh, wonderful stuff. And then in 2012, there was another special edition, 2-disc special edition. And then 2019, yes, we got Doctor Who, The Collection, Season 10. So, brilliant. That's the history. And of course, before I go, I'll just show you the editions I've got. There we are. I've got this, the first one that came out in the DVD. There it is. There's your nice little booklet. And there. Then, this one. Get this one. This is the special edition one. The 2 discs on this. There's a lot more special. There's a brilliant documentary. And a few other very interesting bits and pieces, documentary stuff. And there's 2 discs. 2 discs there, and then there's again the leaflet, updated leaflet on there, different from the other one, and brilliant. And then I love this one. Look at this. All of season 10. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, this. Oh, yeah, you can't beat this. You can't beat it. This is just so good. And there it is. And we've got all these extras more, again, the documentaries. And the Three Doctors never looked so good. Oh, it's just great. It's fully deserving its place on this. And of course, my reviews will follow in this box set. Yes. So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed my review. Yes. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and we'll let you know when I put out these videos. And you can always have a look in the playlist and you'll see all the Doctor Who things that I've done, all the reviews and all that stuff. But if you like, look at the films. I do a lot of films and TV shows and music as well. It's all there. Look at playlists. But if you like this particular video, please give this a like. And if you've got any comments as well, please put your comments down. It gets it out onto YouTube and algorithms and all that stuff. By heck, it does. And any comments, I'll always answer your comments. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.